Hello beautiful you, and welcome to this particular episode about this extraordinary person, just like you and I are, but she kind of just managed to amplify it to a completely different level. She went all over the world with her book signing tour, and it's none less than Michelle Obama, of course. She even came to little Sweden, where she met, I think we were about 20,000 of us in an arena. I was there and she was awesome. She's got some really terrific skills. And I know a question we are asking ourselves is, how can she be so popular, so enjoyed, so liked, so loved? And there is a particular reason to that. But this is an even more exciting episode, because this is our first couples battle. That means that yes, we have rated Barack Obama, and now we're gonna rate Michelle Obama, which means that we will be able to compare their scores to see which of these two is the winner within their relationship. All right, I am bringing down Aristotle. You'll help me rate Michelle Obama. I will be bobbing his head every single time she does something, not every single time, but a couple of times, just to give an idea of where she uses her skills. Here we go. This is Michelle Obama's full speech at the 2016 Democratic National Convention. Good functional gesture. Self-laughter. Boom. Nods her head in disbelief. Doom.
Thank you all.
Gesture to the audience. Doom. That is actually called a regulator, when you want to talk to the audience, make them behave in one way or another. It's a regulating gesture.
You know, it's hard to believe.
You know, it's hard to believe a word like that. It gives the impression that you're launching into something that you're emotional about, that you're really thinking about at that point of time. If you put that into the manuscript, it's a good thing to start there, because it seems like you're not that super well rehearsed on what you're gonna say. It looks like you're more in the moment. She does that well. I believe that that was planned. Score for that.
That it has been 8 years since I first came to this convention to talk with you about why I thought my husband should be president.
Tilts her head.
Remember how I told you about his character and conviction?
Character and conviction. This is called an alliteration. Coca-Cola is an alliteration. Pepsi-Cola is not. When you have 2 or 3 words that start with the same sound or letter, it becomes easy to listen to, and it's called an alliteration. Use those to become more powerful in your language. Smiles are always inviting, and laughter is always inviting. 80% of the laughters that we create in life are done in a social situation. It's like a social lubricant. It's absolutely brilliant to use in speeches and in presentations, whenever you want to.
The center of our world, and during our time in the White House, we've
Functional gesture.
watching them grow from bubbly little girls into poised young women.
Contrast. Bubbly little girls to poised young women. She even uses a different intonation when she says bubbly and poised. Very skilled.
A journey that started soon after we arrived in Washington, when they set off for their first day at their new school. I will never forget that winter morning as I watched our girls, just 7 and...
Oh, listen to this. Now she's going to go down in pace and in volume when she tells this emotional story about her kids leaving for school. It's perfectly timed. Maybe she's just in contact with her emotions so much that they become and they feel so truthful.
Pile into those black SUVs with all those big men with guns.
Little bit of a joke.
And I saw their little faces pressed up against the window.
Facial expression.
And the only thing I could think was...
Look how she uses her eyes. In this case also, she shakes her head in disbelief. She uses facial expression, which says the same thing as a gesture. Her voice and words, they're all beautifully, perfectly synchronized. I've spoken about this so many times. I hope you understand the importance of it. When your voice, your words, your body language, your gestures, and your facial expressions, when they all add up, just like in this beautiful, perfect, almost poetic, poetic, God damn it! Poetic moment.
And how well we managed this experience could truly make or break them.
How we managed this experience. This is a very good functional gesture for that particular word.
That is what Barack and I think about every day as we try to guide.
Tilts her head slightly to the right when she talks about the values and how they work and live, and I guess in a way teach their children how to live. Now, if you haven't been in this channel before, you may ask yourself, what tilting their head? What does that mean? Well, it's a sign of empathy. It's a sign of being empathetic to a situation or something that you're talking or thinking about. Beautifully, beautifully synchronized.
In the spotlight. How we urge them to
Good pause.
ignore those who question their father's citizenship or faith.
Nice climax increase. We need to listen to that again. Listen to that climax increase.
Their citizenship or faith. That the hateful language they hear from public figures on TV does not represent the true.
Beautiful change of melody. We've got to listen to that again. Oh my God.
How we insist that the hateful language they hear from public figures on TV does not represent the true spirit of this country.
Oh, goosebumps. Boom. I love melody changes like that.
That when someone is cruel or acts like a bully, you don't
Cruel, elongated vowel. Boom, boom, boom.
stoop to their level. No, our motto is,
Here we go.
when they go low, we go high.
We go high. That's what she's known for, right? First time she nods her head in this direction, which symbolizes or is associated with, this is correct, this is true, listen to me, believe in me. Don't you agree? Wouldn't you say that it works?
And let me tell you, Barack and I take that same approach to our jobs as President and First Lady because we know that our words and actions matter not just to our girls, but to children across this country. Kids who tell us, I saw you on TV.
Volume increase, now using stories or examples. That is good, visual examples. That's king in any speech and presentation.
Not Democrat or Republican, not left or right. No, in this election and every election
Climax.
is about who will
Pause.
have the power to shape our children for the next 4 or 8 years of their lives.
Slight emotional vibration in her voice when she says that. Oh, I'm shaking all about. This is so good. It is so synchronized. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, before I give you her total score, because I obviously looked through her entire speech, which was way longer than the bit I showed you. Before I give you that, I'd like to just give you 2 short clips in interview situations with Michelle Obama. 2 of my favorites. This one with Jimmy Fallon, which by the way is one of my absolute favorite public speakers as well. It's so talented, it's mind-blowing. This clip of her really shows her talent when it comes to gestures and facial expressions.
Where would the First Lady listen to music?
Are you ready?
Be a thing that you can't do anymore.
No, I have absolutely. I have an iPod.
An iPod? That's an imaginary prop.
I usually just put my earphones
Which is another imaginary invisible prop.
in the
Yeah.
car. I'm always listening to music.
This is a gesture for mood.
I mean, that's the way I kind of settle myself. Unlike you, I hear you just
Pointing gesture.
blast your
Regulator.
music all over.
Yeah. When you hear, you know.
That was a symphony of gestures. Very well executed.
Well, now I'm at the stage where my kids are
Look at the facial expressions coming up now. How she uses her forehead and her eyes and her mouth.
introducing me to music, and they're like, "You don't want to hear this, Mom. The language is too bad."
They're telling you.
What are you doing?
What are you doing with
listening
it?
to?
Oh, I did
It's like,
that.
oh, you don't want to.
Every kid did that.
Or you don't want to know. Changes her voice as well. It's pretty advanced skill to use, but it does not end there. Let's see what happened when she went to the UK and she met the Queen and her description of that, because here we can see some amazing role play.
She had on a beautiful, I'm sure it was covered in diamonds and a crown, and you sort of look and go, all of that is real, you go, that's nice, but it's all real. And in the gloriousness of that outfit that she had on, she put on the little bitty pin we gave her.
Beautiful use of intonation when she talks about the little bitty pin.
And I did the same thing. I was like, oh, you wore the pin?
You wear the pin? That is role-playing, that is language and voice change. Number 104 for role-playing and 31 for language and voice change. Those are 2 pretty advanced skills to apply as a public speaker.
She just said, yes.
Yes.
That that was my experience.
That's a favorite clip of mine when it comes to Michelle. All right, Aristotle, it is time for the verdict. How many points did Michelle score in her speech? Let's have a look, shall we? Are you ready? Let's check it out. Bum 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 bum. So Barack Obama has 85 points and Michelle Obama gets 70.5 points. Oh my God, did she lose? Really? Well, in a way she did, in a way she didn't. What I want you to acknowledge is that her speech was at the end of her time as a First Lady. Now, Barack Obama's is the opposite, i.e. this one has so much more opportunity for energy, for victory, for just about everything. It's like I've said that it's only stand-up comedians which can really score up in the hundreds. This is the same thing. If we took Michelle Obama and we saw her use the same skills that she used in the interviews, amplified that, put her in this situation, I think there is a chance, actually based on her level of synchronicity, which is better than Barack Obama's, I think there's a chance that she and him could truly battle on the margins. Now, to end this all off, I just like to read maybe the most important part from her entire book. Bring this with you. When they go low, we go high. Thank you. Now, to end this all off, I'd like to just write...